Adopt Me, Jailbreak, Pet Simulator. What if I told you these games didn't actually start the way you think they did? Before the versions we know today, there were older ones with completely different names that were once some of the biggest games on Roblox. So what happened to them? Did they disappear? Why did people forget about these games? So today, I made a list of forgotten versions of popular Roblox games and beating them all to answer the most important question. How did they fall off? And do they deserve a comeback? So what did these games actually look like back then? Let's start with Jailbreak, because this version is kind of insane. Nowadays, Jailbreak is one of the biggest games on Roblox, but this is where it all started. This version was created back in 2009 by Stickmaster Luke, and at the time, it actually blew up. I mean, even the creator's own video pulled over 1 million views, which for 2009 is kind of insane. Anyway, this is the Jailbreak we know today. But this is where it started. Now let's see if this game actually holds up today. Okay, first impressions. Why am I so tall? And wow, it's very basic. So there is controls in this game actually. For it being made in 2009, I am pretty surprised that you could crouch. So now I gotta worry on how to beat this game. So the goal in this game is pretty simple. You gotta use the vents, dodge the guards, and jump across buildings until you make it to the end and escape. And if this is what one of the biggest games looked like, I'm curious on what the other games were like. So let's try this. This is basically just an obby, so I should be fine. Oh shoot. Can't go downstairs. Jump. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. One thing I quickly realized while playing these forgotten Roblox games is they take forever to beat. Like seriously. At one point, I actually had to leave my house, which completely would have stopped my progress. But luckily, this video is sponsored by Red Magic. So instead of stopping the challenge completely, I brought the new Red Magic 11S Pro with me. Whoops. And honestly, this thing feels like a gaming PC disguised as a phone. Dang, this thing looks amazing. It's powered by a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 leading version, which is currently one of the fastest mobile chips available. Like, look on the graphics on this thing, and it's not even overheating. What I noticed most though wasn't the performance, it was the cooling. Most phones start feeling like a toaster after a long gaming session. But the Red Magic 11S Pro has an upgraded aqua-core cooling system with liquid cooling, liquid metal 3.0, a massive vapor chamber, and an internal fan spinning up to 24,000 RPMs. So even while grinding these Roblox games for way longer than I wanted to admit, phone stays surprisingly cool. Battery is also ridiculous. A 7500 mAh battery means I could keep playing while I was out without constantly worrying about finding a charger. Guys, it's been a few hours and the battery is still holding strong, holy. And when I finally did need one, it supports an 80-watt fast charging. I swear this was at like 1% a few minutes ago. What? So the display is super smooth. It has a 144Hz AMOLED screen, which makes everything feel incredibly responsive while playing. To make things cooler, it even has a fan on the side over here. But honestly, my favorite thing about the Red Magic 11S Pro is how well it handled long gaming sessions when I'm out. Guys, I've been out for a few hours and this thing has only been the best for me. And honestly, after using it for this challenge, I could see why Red Magic designed this specifically for gamers. The performance was smooth, the battery lasted way longer than I expected, and even after long grinding sessions, the phone stayed surprisingly cool. So if you want to check out the Red Magic 11S Pro, I have links down below in the description. Huge thanks to Red Magic for sponsoring today's video. Now with that out the way, it was time to find out why these games disappeared in the first place. Finishing the obby didn't take too long. Freedom! But I could also see why people eventually moved on. Now, for the ultimate question, why did this game become forgotten? One of the biggest reasons was the lack of updates. It stopped getting major updates less than a year after its release, so while Roblox kept evolving, this game didn't. At the same time, better games like Cops and Robbers and eventually Jailbreak took over, and slowly, this game faded away from the front page. And then, Roblox updates start breaking parts of the game, and eventually the whole game became unplayable. And the worst part is, people thought it was a copy of the newer Jailbreak, even though it came out first. So because of all of that, this game just became forgotten. And trust me, the next game's reasons for being forgotten is kinda crazy. But the real question is, does this version of Jailbreak deserve a comeback? Just to be clear, this is my opinion, and I'm not some professional game reviewer, I'm just a regular dude who plays games. But I will say, nah. The concept is cool and you can definitely see where the idea came from, but compared to what we have now, it's just way too simple, so it loses points on that. Also, the replayability of this game is terrible. Like, after escaping, there's nothing left to do. So yeah, it unfortunately doesn't deserve a comeback. Now it's time to move on to forgotten game number 2. Pet Simulator. Now, before everyone freaks out, this one isn't forgotten in the usual way, because it didn't fall off. It got replaced. We're talking about Pet Simulator 99. Right now, it's pulling tens of thousands of players, and it's easily one of the biggest grinding games on Roblox. But before that, there was the original Pet Simulator. Same idea, same concept, just way simpler. And as of today, this version is completely dead. No updates, no support, it's basically abandoned. So that makes me wonder, was this version actually good? Or did Pet Simulator 99 completely outclass it? Alright, let's figure out why they abandoned this game. The styling of this game is really outdated. The grass is made out of triangles? I played this game before, but I don't have a single memory of playing this game. Okay, how do I beat this game? This game was pretty simple. You click coins, buy more eggs, use those pets to get more coins, unlock new areas, and get even better pets. And basically, you repeat that until you're in the final zone. But right now, the first step for me is to just keep clicking coins. Wow, it feels like I've been doing this forever. This game gets boring really fast. I played this game back in 2018, and 10 years later, I still haven't beaten the game. So that's why I made it my personal goal to beat this game and get into every zone. To finally say that I beat Pet Simulator, and never looking back at this game again. But who knows, maybe if it's very fun, I'll stick around. Anyways, unfortunately, this game would take days to beat. But luckily for me, thank goodness I played this game already. Which means I'm able to get past this portal. And we still got a few more to go. Okay, that should be enough coins, and we are at the next zone. Yippee! Oh, 2.5 million, that's not bad. Okay, here's 2.5 million coins, and how much is the next area? Oh my goodness, 100 billion coins? Are you kidding me? Now, if I wanted to get 100 billion coins faster, I would have to get better pets. Because right now, my pets are really weak. Damn, this is taking forever. And the only way to get better pets is cracking eggs. Come on, give me a good one. That's not bad. A lot of pets, actually. Because to make your pets better, you need a lot of them. If you want a really good pet, you need 10 of the same pet in order to evolve it into a gold version, which is incredibly OP. And you do the same thing for void pets and so on. But it gets very, very expensive. God damn, these eggs are 15 million a pop. And eventually I got some few golden pets, and I was able to farm the sleigh for a very, very long time. Guys, it's been hours, but we finally did it. This game was so grindy and not fun. 3, 2, 1. Oh, 3, 2, 1. That was anticlimactic. Now, why did this game die? The reason for this version for not lasting is pretty obvious. It didn't die because it was bad. It got replaced. There were many more Pet Simulator games, and it came with more content, more updates, and more progression. And once that happened, there was no reason for people to come back here. So my verdict, I can appreciate what Pet Simulator did for Roblox, but in 2026, this game is rough. It's repetitive, the progression is so slow, and there's just not enough content to keep you hooked. I'll put it in front of Jailbreak, but it doesn't deserve a comeback. Alright, up next, we got Tower Defense Simulator. Probably played it before because it's one of the biggest games on Roblox. But there was a version that came before this game, Tower Battles. Now, this one is interesting because it actually didn't die. People kinda still play it, but it just feels like no one talks about it anymore. Tower Battles was created back in 2017, and at one point, it was huge. I mean, it was so popular, Roblox literally made a toy based on the game, and a lot of people even consider it being the backbone of tower defense games on Roblox. But now, if you think of tower defense on Roblox, you'd probably be thinking of something else. Games like Tower Defense Simulator have completely taken over, with more updates, more content, and way bigger player counts. And because of that, Tower Battles is still here, but it's just kind of sitting in the background. It's still playable, but it's just not the main game anymore. But this makes me wonder, does this game deserve a comeback? Or does it deserve to be left behind? Now, one of the biggest reasons this game lost popularity is competition. Newer games like Tower Defense Simulator came in with more content, faster updates, and bigger development teams. On top of that, Tower Battles updates were pretty slow. If you were lucky, there were 2 events in 1 year. And if you weren't, there were none at all for a long time. Okay, well, let's play the game. I guess it's still Halloween. Now, to beat this game, I need to win 1 PvP match and 1 survival match. And then that means I 100% the game. Okay, we are in a classic 2v2, and this game doesn't look too bad. I get to vote my map, and everything looks like it still works. Alright, let's get tower defending. And I love the styling of this game. Look at the animations. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's camouflage coming. It just warned us. Nothing to worry about. Oh, they don't have camo. Look at them. They don't have camo defense. They're dead. Oh my gosh, they're so close to dying. I'm doing everything I can, but my teammate is just farming. This is not good, guys. Oh, it's done. We lost. I think our teammate was goofing around too much. Alright, second time's the charm. Hopefully it doesn't take as long. Okay, the other team just literally gave up, but I guess we'll take that. Now there's one more thing that I need to do. Solo survival. This one is apparently harder, so I really gotta lock in. Yes, look at that range. Wow. Oh, I could place another one. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, all I need is Golden Commando and I should be able to win. Come on, I'm almost there. And yes. All I gotta do is just survive 17 more waves. Shouldn't be too bad. Gosh, I'm struggling a bit. Oh no, I thought it was supposed to get easier. Oh my gosh, this is getting too close for comfort. I'm just spamming abilities right now. Okay, we are holding up barely. We are getting so close to the end. Just one more wave. Okay, last wave, we're here. Gosh. Oh, it's coming out. I forgot. I haven't played this game in so long. Oh, I forgot he just freaking does that. Just stuns everything. Oh my gosh, this stun is crazy. Oh my gosh, this is sick. Look at all of them dancing. Wait, the void isn't. Get his health, it's going down. Oh no, he is getting way too far. This is not good, guys. Come on, please. He's so close to dying. I was so close. Guess we go again. Okay, get me out this game. So now, the real question is, does Tower Battles deserve a comeback? This might be controversial, but I'll say yes, with conditions. The core gameplay is still solid, but without consistent updates, it gets repetitive. But if the creator still updates the game, it's definitely worth the comeback. And I still think this game has so much potential. Now before we get into the next game, there's something we need to talk about. Today, roleplay games completely dominate Roblox. Games where you can buy houses, get jobs, and just live a life are some of the biggest games on the platform. And right now, one of the biggest games doing that is Adopt Me and Brookhaven. But before all of that, there was Welcome to the Town of Robloxia. This game was created back in 2010, and at one point, it was huge. I mean, it had over 36 million visits, and it was literally one of the most visited games on Roblox at the time. A lot of people even consider it as one of the most iconic roleplay games ever, and it basically helped shape the entire genre. But then, everything kind of fell apart. The creator's account got terminated, the game stopped receiving updates, and eventually it was put under review and became inaccessible. While all of that was happening, newer games started to pop up, like Adopt Me and Brookhaven, which had more features and more updates and way more to do. So that makes me wonder, was this game actually as good as people remember, or did it just completely get outclassed? Wow, this is bringing back a lot of memories. Alright, first impressions, this already feels way more simple than I expected. Look at the menu, guys. It's freaking old Roblox menu. Okay, let's get into this police car. Wow, it is so loud. The style of it is just so classic. The sphere trees, this carrot house, it's like shaped perfectly like a triangle. This is a vehicle spawner, like these little buttons. Do they work? Oh yeah, they work. Ooh, what's this? VIP? It's a vehicle spawner for VIP? Can I... Oh, can I drive it? Oh my gosh, I'm VIP, guys. Over on the left side of my screen, there's this little mini menu. It's like open garage. It's just random sounds. Oh my gosh, this game is freaking me out. This morph magic. Does it work? I want to be the dog. Aw, it doesn't work, guys. For me to beat this game, I have to do everything the game has to offer, by first getting a job, a house, and grabbing some food. Now, the only problem with this is I don't even know if most of these things work. Okay, there's only one way to find out. I'm gonna pick my job as a police officer and my police car. That is loud. So that's one thing off my checklist. The next is getting a house. I always had an attachment to this blue house over here, so let's buy a home, and we bought our first home. See the house tour? It's like a Minecraft house. I'm not even gonna waste you guys' time. So I got food and that's pretty much it. Now, one of the biggest reasons this game disappeared wasn't just competition. This game got stolen and many different versions of copies were made out of it. It's also the fact that the developer got terminated, which basically stopped the game from being properly maintained. And without updates, it just couldn't keep up with newer games. And honestly, it kind of shows how fast things move on Roblox. Even if the game was huge at some point, it can get replaced just as quickly. So the real question is, does Welcome to the Town of Robloxia deserve a comeback? Honestly, no. This game is completely dead and no one to roleplay with. And literally 80% of the things are broken, which is kind of unfortunate. Now the last game is something you might recognize, maybe from the cars or the buildings, because this game didn't fall off, it didn't get replaced, and it didn't get left behind. This is Work at a Pizza Place. This game has been around for years and somehow it's still here, still getting players and still doing the same thing. So that made me wonder, how does a game like this survive when everything else either dies or just gets replaced? Alright, let's figure out why this game stayed popular for like very freaking long. This music is so good! This is the original version of Work at a Pizza Place. And as you can see here, it's not called Builder Bros Pizza. It's actually based off of a pizza. It's kind of funny. Okay, bro, you need to chill out. Oh my gosh, guys. It's the conveyor belt microwave. I have not seen this in a long time, and I almost forgot about it. I swear in the new games, in the new Work at a Pizza Place, it's like a microwave. Oh, what am I feeling today? A square dough or a circle dough? Oh yeah. It says pizza on it. That's so cool. This game did not change a bit. Like, you gotta still take orders, make the pizza, box them up, and deliver them. And it's all still the same after all these years. Other than some differences, like the houses and trucks and, you know, the graphics. Now, to see if this game really holds up after all these years, I'm gonna try delivering 100 pizzas and to see if everyone is right that this game is still worth playing. That includes taking 100 orders, making 100 pizzas, boxing up 100 of them as well, and delivering 100 of them. And we can't forget about the supplies. And also, to make it harder, I have to do it all in under 30 minutes. So, I gotta lock in. Okay, we gotta get some supplies. Let's hurry up. I'm just gonna spam everything. I don't know. What the? Okay, that was such a bad idea. Back we go. Okay, let's take some orders. Okay, our first pizza. Now 99 to go. Oh, here's your second one. Guys, I freaking did it. This is my 100th pizza. There you go. And stop. We barely beat the challenge. Wow, that was way more fun than I thought it would be. It was way more fun than I expected, since you don't only do different types of jobs, you have to keep track of your supplies, which makes the game a bit difficult. And if you run out of supplies ever, then this whole place is running out of business, and also I would fail the challenge. So the real question is, does Work at a Pizza Place deserve a comeback? Honestly, it doesn't need one. Every other game I played felt like it was constantly trying to keep up with Roblox changing, but this one didn't. Just stuck to what it was good at and doubled down on that. And clearly, people still enjoy it. So even if it's not the biggest game anymore, that's fine, because it was never really forgotten in the first place.